Hey guys, Tactical Minds here, and today I want to talk about the Canik Mete or Mete SFX. This is a new gun I picked up yesterday. Today's the first time I took it out and fired it, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit, do a review on it. Hopefully other guns in the past or in the future going forward. But in any event, want to talk about this one because I've been wanting one of these for a while and I just picked it up. So first things first, let me give you a little look here. Probably not going to adjust. You can see the word Mete there on the side. You can see how it's ported on the barrel. Again, Canik there. See the little ports. I'll talk about the optic that's on there in a minute. But I mean, you got the pick rail on there if you want a light, and in just my opinion, a very, very cool, sexy looking gun. I really like the look of this thing. This does have the 5.2 inch barrel on it, which is for more your competition, style shooting. But I think for defense purposes, self-defense purposes, it's a great gun for self-defense. So let me talk about what all came with it. We'll talk about the optic. We'll talk about the weapon and stuff like that. Before we get into it, as usual, guys, please, if you like the video, like, comment, this way YouTube will know to show it to everybody, share it with your friends, and, please subscribe to our channel, Tactical Minds, and hit bell for notifications, all that good stuff. But that out of the way, let's talk about what comes with it. So first of all, you're going to get this case. It comes with it. Now, one thing I will say, I'll give my, full disclosure as far as what my relationship with Canik is. I know a lot of gun reviewers do that. And quite honestly, that's because a lot of them do get guns for review, whether they have companies sending them weapons or people sending them ammo on Patreon or whatever. Again, I don't get paid for anything. There's nobody sending me any guns. Nobody's sending me any ammo. This is all my personal money that I spend on it and all my personal ammo. So I'm going to give you guys the, full breakdown of it without any outside influences. Anyway, that being said, so here's the case. So one thing I was a little upset with the case, I'm sorry the camera goes in and out of focus when I'm trying to show you stuff. One thing I was a little upset with was the gun only comes with one 18-round magazine. Mine did. I've seen some reviewers come with two. Mine only came with the 118 round. But one thing I will say is for the price tag of, I believe, $546 I paid for it, which is slightly cheaper than what you pay for a Glock 19. And I'm going to be honest, as you guys know, if you watch my other videos, not a huge Glock guy. And for the money I'm paying for this, I feel I get 10 times more bang for my buck. But that being said, we'll go ahead and get into what comes with it. So there is the 118 round mag, the Mete or Meta, whatever the heck they call it. It does take the 18 or the 21 round. I couldn't find the 21 round mags anywhere online. So everybody's obviously buying them up right now. I guess that's like when we had that flu thing going on 2 years ago, right? Everybody buys toilet paper. I guess apparently if you're at home and you're very sick, the only thing you're worried about is shitting your brains out because apparently you need a crap ton of toilet paper, right? Anyway, couldn't find 21 round mags anywhere. Hopefully in the future, was able to find a bunch of 18 round mags that I bought off of Classic Firearms. Was able to find them for a pretty good price there. But again, mags, ammo, stuff is hard to come by, right? So case. So what all comes in? Well, the one mag, right? So first, you're going to have, obviously, weapons going to be in there. You're going to have a little lock thing here. I know everybody cares about that, right? You're going to have well, this is the plate that came on it as far as the optics cut. And this thing is optics ready. And you have two of these little plate adapters to put on there with an optic. And this is the first time I've ever put an optic on any pistol I own, but we'll talk about that in a moment. Speed loader over here. I don't use those things. Not a fan of them. And then you do have adjustable back strap. That's the original one that came on it. I put on the bigger one. My hands are a little bit bigger, and I like the meatier one. Feels a little bit better in my hands. That's what she said. On the back side, you're going to have your instruction manual, all that good stuff there. Then this side here, this is actually pretty cool for, again, what you pay for it. So you get a little Wire brush, whoop-de-doo, who doesn't give you one these days, right? And, you know, some cleaning stuff. But one thing I do like is it gives you an actual punch, which I think is pretty cool. Not a lot of people give you that. So an actual punch, and this everybody shows in the video, which I think is awesome. It comes with this little guy right here, right? This little mini Canik with the threaded barrel. And what's cool about this is all the tools that you need. So you tilt this thing upside down, and you see here on the little bottom part where the magazine would sit, you go ahead and you slide that off just like that. And inside here, you've got all these little tools, little hex screws and stuff like that to put on an optic, make an adjustment on your weapon. And you see here, these little screws, what they do is they basically go into the threaded barrel and becomes a little screwdriver. Do any work you need with the gun. When you're done, you go ahead, stick it back, you know, into that bottom of that magazine like that. Go ahead, put that over, and there you go, ready to rock. So that's a pretty cool little thing. Kind of like that. The gun comes with one mag, like I said, which again, not my favorite thing that it only came with one magazine, but you know, it is what it is, right? For $546, I'm gonna, like I said, you're gonna get a lot of bang for your buck. So 118 round mag, you know, is what it is. The aftermarket ones that I bought, they don't have the number indicator on there for the round indicator, but who really cares about that personally? So anyway, and it does come with, this is the, you know, extension for the flared magwell. Now you don't have to put that on there, but that does come in there. It's just one little screw you put in if you want to put that on there. That'll rock with the 21 nicely. Now with the 18 round mags, you put the 18 in there. With the flared magwell, it's going to sit flush in there. You're not going to see it. It's kind of even recessed in there, right? But this mag release, I mean, it drops nice and smooth. Okay. With the 21, it's going to stick out a little bit, but I do like that flared magwell. You know, so go ahead. See, the weapon is clear there. Okay. So another thing, the trigger. Now, today was the first time I took this thing out and shot it. And I put about 8 or 10 mags through it. Me and a buddy of mine who were shooting it today, and both of us were very impressed. This thing shoots like a racehorse. I mean, it shoots insanely fast. It shoots faster than you want to shoot it. And part of that is a trigger, and very flat shooting. Right out of the box, you know, the rear and front sights are, you know, adjustable for your windage and elevation. But to be honest, I didn't need to adjust them at all. Right out of the box, it was dead on. It was shooting straight and flat. And I mean, it's a pretty good shooting gun. So trigger. Now, it is a striker fired weapon, and they have their place. I'm personally more of a hammer fired weapon, but for a striker fired weapon, I tell you, this trigger right out of the box is insane. Again, way better than what you get with a Glock. So let's go ahead again. See, that's clear, right? So let's go ahead and ghost the trigger together. So you can see here, there's a little bit of take up, right? A little bit of take up, and that's to be expected on a striker fire. What I like is this trigger, when it breaks, is very clean and very light. One of the lightest trigger pulls I've felt. So when there's your take up, right? So right about there, you get to that wall and that break. Now the reset is right there. I mean, there's no movement in it. Right there, no movement in it. And the thing I like about the reset, one more time, is me and my buddy were both noticing when we're shooting this thing, the reset is not only very crisp in there, but it's also very loud. And, you know, when you're shooting, it's nice that you have that loud reset because it lets you know when you get to that reset, so you don't have to go past it if you're trying to shoot faster. So again, I mean, it's a loud reset and it's right there. It's just an amazing trigger out of the box, again, for $546. Now, it does, like I said, come optics ready, but obviously the optic didn't come with it. The front and rear sights, they're not night sights. They are standard day sights. But all I shot them with today was the iron sights on there, and it shot very well. Again, I've never had an optic on any of my pistols before. This one was optics ready, so I went ahead and I bought one today. So what I did buy was and I did some research as far as what's the best, optic. I think the Trijicon RMR is one of the better ones, but that's like almost 500. So the Hollow Sun HS 407K X2 series, that's going to be the one I bought for here. So what I like about it is a red dot. You can see it there. I don't know if that's going to focus, probably not. But it has 12 settings of brightness on it. And the other thing I like about it is it has the shake awake. So after 10 minutes, which is the way it comes from the factory, you can go ahead and adjust it to be longer if you want to, but 10 minutes is the lowest. So after 10 minutes of no movement, the optic turns itself off. And then basically as you bring it up and start moving with it, the optic is going to turn itself on to the last setting that you had with it. So haven't shot with it yet, but I do like it so far, just doing a bunch of dry firing with it. Again, with just the iron sights, the weapon shoots incredibly flat, incredibly true. It shoots like a freaking racehorse. Again, it's got that 5.2-inch barrel, so you're going to get that extra velocity coming off of those 9mm rounds. And overall, in my opinion, guys, just a great gun. It does have the slide catch release there on both sides, so that is completely ambi. There and there, big slide catch release, which I really like. And the weapon itself is fairly easy to take apart. Really, my only gripe is just like the Glocks, you have to pull the trigger first and then go ahead, grab this back. You have these two little takedowns here. You go ahead, take those down all the way, make sure they're down. And if I do it correctly, only done it once or twice before, but if I do it correctly, the slide, nope. Oh, let's see here. Do that again, down, forward, and slide should come right off. But of course, it doesn't want to work with me today. So there it goes. So once that happens, she'll go ahead, come off, and there we go. Again, very easily, like most pistols, comes off. There's your recoil spring, your barrel sits in there. And again, goes back on pretty easy as well. Just like that. So easy. Again, guys, 546 for this in this full size 5.2-inch barrel. Now they do make the TP9 in another series that are a little bit shorter if you want to go with strictly self-defense. I personally like this for self-defense. Again, a little bit longer barrel, very, very good looking gun. Very kind of John Wickish, if you ask me, which who doesn't like John Wick if you're a gun guy, right? But again, 546, and in my opinion, a lot better than a Glock. Glock, you pay about 600 for your standard Glock 19, which reliable, yes, but I've heard nothing but great things out of this. I had no reliability issues. It shot very good, much better trigger out of the box, much better sights than a Glock out of the box. And personally, Glock is just very proud of their company and doesn't want to give you all the bang for your buck. And I think Canik, I believe they've been around a few years, does. And the other thing that I like about this is they listen to their customers. I know a lot of guys complained before that the original optics cut that they had on there, that if you put the optic on there, you had to remove the rear sight aperture and you just had the optic. They've moved it up a little bit, shortened it up a little bit. So now with the optic on there, you still do have your front and rear sights, so you still can co-witness if your optic goes out. Just another nice thing to have. But anyway, that's the video. Let you guys know in a future video if I have any issues with it. But as of right now, no issues, shot great, no hangups whatsoever. And I have nothing but great things to say about it outside of it coming with the 118 round mag. So appreciate you guys watching. Hope you liked, and catch you guys next time. As always, stay safe, stay tactical, stay dangerous. Have a good one, guys.